Hi everyone. I recently did a particular video on the GoPro with the lens mod, and I inferred that I would do another video sometime soon indicating a problem that I had found. So that's what this video is about. Not with the lens mod, but with another. Well, it's not actually a problem with the particular accessory that I purchased, which is the Polar Pro ND filters. And so let's start at the beginning. When GoPro released the new GoPro 9 Hero Black, they went back to the 7 design and basically have an interchangeable lens. So you can take the lens, it's like most things, it's a little bit hard, here we go, and you can actually remove it. And matter of fact, the mount is a lot better than the Hero 7. I think they've designed this with the intention of having an interchangeable lens system, so that there'll be other lenses coming along the way, I assume. I don't know. But at the moment you can put the lens mod on, and also ND filters like these. And these are from Polar Pro, and you put them on, and what they do, they're like sunglasses for the GoPro. So why would you use them? Well, one of the great things about the Hero 9 is that it has the ability we have an unhappy dog next door. One of the going back, one of the problems with GoPros was the fact that you really couldn't alter the shutter speed. And why is that important? Well, if you want to match the video up to professional cameras, it's very difficult. With this, you can go in and set the shutter speed. So for instance, if you've got a frame rate of 25 frames per minute like we do here in Australia, which is very close to the 24, which is that magic number for motion pictures, you set the shutter speed at 50, which is the rule of thumb, usually twice what you have for your frame rate. And that then allows you to record at with that sort of motion blur that looks good on motion pictures. But as with most cameras, when you reduce your when you're working at a set shutter speed like that, it will allow a lot more light in than when it's on auto. That creates a problem, especially in very bright conditions like here in Australia. So this is where the Polar Pro filters come in. On professional cameras, you have ND filters that you can set. They're internal. Some of them you push a little button and they electronically pop up between the lens and the sensor. On my cameras, the C100s, it's a manual thing, but it's a wheel, and it's still the same thing. You have these ND filters built in the camera, and you just choose which one you want. And the beauty of them is that by reducing the light, you can control the depth of field relative to the shutter speed you've got. You can now do that with these, and that's fantastic. Okay, so I alluded to the fact there was a problem. Well, I recently did a little bit of I went out for a bike ride with some relatives of mine, and I thought, oh great, I'll put the Polar Pro filters on, I'll set it up, and I'll get really good motion blur. It'll look good. And got home, had a look at the video. Oh, God, you think I'm upset? It's all jittery, and for the life of me, I could not work out what the hell was going on. So I'll just put this down for a moment. So I did a bit of a search on the internet. Now I couldn't find much, but I did find one little piece on a forum somewhere that alluded to the fact that there may be an issue with level horizon, and that's a feature on these where you can lock the level. So I went in and I checked, and sure enough, I had linear lens plus lens, the horizon leveling. So I took off the horizon leveling, and I come up here and ran around the backyard handheld and went in and checked it, and sure enough, jitter had gone. So I repeated this test a couple of times, and it would appear that there is a problem with setting the shutter speed, and I'm not sure whether it's relating to the Polar Pro filters or not, but it's definitely to do with the shutter speed and the level horizon setting within the camera. So it's just something I thought I'd better let you guys know about. Is it a huge problem? No, not really, because I mean, most of the type of video I want to get with this, using shutter speeds and so forth, fairly static work, and I think there could be a problem. It could be a sacrifice that's within the software. They had to sacrifice that to be able to give you the level horizon. But look, I don't know. I'm hoping that GoPro might be able to fix it, but if they can't, so be it. It just means that if you're going to do fast motion, you'll have to have auto shutter, and that's just the way it goes. Anyway, as I said, hang on, and I'll cut to another piece. So as you will see on the screen, I'll show you this is some of the footage I shot, and you can see the jittery motion. And as you can see, it's weird. It really is. And for the life of me, I really couldn't nut it out what was going on. And if you have a look at this particular footage, this is where I've been running around the yard when I turned so everything else is the same Polar Pro filter, same shutter speed, same everything, and I now have but the level horizon turned off, and as you can see, there's no jittering. So, sorry about the dog. Next door. So I'm hoping that this is something that you might find useful, information to help you, operate your GoPro.